Welcome back to another episode of Bearded Outdoors. Today we are going to talk about the line to use for the Maumee River Walleye Run. Kind of an explanation on how to set up that line and why we set it up this way. I personally use 15-pound braid as a main line with an 8-pound monofilament leader. I usually use Power Pro braid line. It's not too expensive, and I think it works really good. And I use whatever 8-pound mono I have available. Now the whole idea of using a lighter leader in comparison to your main line is, for one, so when it breaks, it's breaking off at the leader, or at least very close to the leader. 99% of the time, I'm going to break off at the leader. Number two, the other reason for doing so is so that you kind of have better sensitivity on that smaller diameter line of your leader attached to your floating jig head. The heavier line, you're going to lose some of that feel. Same thing with bass fishing. You want to use the lightest line you can on those leaders, with still having enough strength to bring those fish in if you can hook into a big fish. And we're not just worried about big fish in the river, we also have to fight those fish through heavy current at times. So that is the main two reasons of why you're going to use a heavier main line and a lighter leader line. You can use mono as a main line and use a lighter mono leader. Some people use fluoro as leaders. It's all personal preference. There's no benefits that I see in the Maumee River for using fluoro. Some really nice brands might be a little more resistant to abrasion, but the low visibility aspect of it is it's not needed in the river because it's super dingy and muddy year round. The visibility in the river is poor all the time. In my opinion, you don't need to go over 15 to 20 pounds for a main line, and you really don't have to use a braid main line with a braid leader like I see some people use. I think that's way overkill and kind of defeating the purpose of having a leader that is the weak point when you do snag up on the river bottom. Again, this is a basic guideline on what a very common line setup will be. So roughly a 15-pound main line, whether you're using braid or mono, and a lighter line for your leader. My personal setup is 15-pound braid and 8-pound monofilament for my leader. If this was useful to you, hit that thumbs up so I know that you did find it helpful. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. There's going to be a whole series of these basics for the walleye run, and of course content that I upload of me fishing. I hunt during the hunting seasons and all that stuff too. You can check out my other videos if you want, but go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date on all that stuff. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you out on the river. Good luck.